That's Nick.
And that's Joseph. And today we're here to talk about Moonfall, the 18th film, I believe, directed by Roland Emmerich, which is being released courtesy of Lionsgate on February 4th, 2022.
The director?
Roland Emmerich.
What have they done?
Oh my God. You've seen 2012, Independence Day and its sequel, Stargate.
Stargate was okay.
Stargate's terrible.
Oh, maybe I didn't like it.
Stonewall, I know you saw as well.
Didn't like that.
This is why we can't have just white people telling stories, because that Stonewall is very whitewashed. The 1998 version of Godzilla, known for kind of a particular popcorn sci-fi sensibility, which I guess is in keeping. This film is in keeping with what you can expect from him. It is supremely ludicrous, extremely illogical, and I did not find any of this enjoyable. It is a film as if it means to say to us, when the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, it's not amore.
Oh God, that was in your pocket somewhere. I'm sure.
That was, or I could say I was not moonstruck by Moonfall, which has,
Well, don't bring Cher into this, but
a pretty.
She doesn't deserve that.
She doesn't. This is a pretty significant cast. So if you're a fan of anybody in this, you might find some enjoyment. But I thought it was dull. And stupid. I don't know. You have to be, at least, if you're going to be stupid, at least be interesting.
Reading the plot, I thought this was so stupid.
It made Don't Look Up seem Nobel Prize worthy.
Okay, the basic story is we find out the moon is like artificially constructed. It's actually a device that our ancestors billions of years ago made to escape AI, because they had created this harmonious world where AI sort of facilitated in that, until the AI started to become sentient and wanted to destroy humans. So then our ancestors built these like pods that look like the moon, I guess. And what we find in this film is one of those pods, our moon, heading closer to Earth. It's eventually going to hit Earth, which would be an extinction level event. But
because it was infiltrated by this bad sort of sentient AI
which looks like a black swarm.
Yes, like a moray eel digging into the seabed.
And the film starts 10 years prior,
in 2011,
with some astronauts going up there, and the black swarm attacks them and kills one of them. And when they come back down, the one astronaut's blamed for it because they don't believe the story they tell. So 10 years later, this person is reintroduced this idea, or
it's Patrick Wilson and Halle Berry playing Brian Harper and Jocinda Fowler. Yes, he becomes disgraced because she's hit her head and is passed out. She doesn't really see what's going on.
She can't corroborate what he's saying.
She can't corroborate. It's patched up to human error. It's notable to know in these early sequences that Wilson's Brian Harper notably landed some kind of ship device. What's the word I'm looking for? Some kind of aeronautical...
A spacecraft?
A spacecraft.
I don't know.
He landed a spacecraft that had no power safely. So that's notable. That's notable for the finale of this.
But to wrap the story up, obviously they think that they need to destroy the AI that's buried in the moon, because that's what's... They need to blow the moon up. So they're going to shoot like a nuclear missile into the moon. But then that gets diverted to one of the astronauts going up there. Yeah. Right?
Yes. So there is notably a conspiracy theorist played by John Bradley, who I thought was a supremely irritating character. It's kind of like if you collapsed Simon Pegg and Nick Frost into the same nerdy, plucky British comic relief with terrible dialogue. He is the one that has been hacking into like NASA's computers and discovers this the orbit of the moon is off and is going to crash into Earth, and anonymously alerts the media. Halle Berry is now a NASA executive and becomes kind of put in charge of making a plan to figure out what's going on before the moon gets so close and it starts to break apart, and then that is what crashes. It's not like the moon just crashing in; it's gonna fall apart. They send up a mission that AI kills them, and then she decides to return to Patrick Wilson, who's now basically destitute, and ask him to, because this AI can sense electric impulses.
Okay.
This AI, we're told several times in the film, is designed to locate organic matter in an electrical environment, which are humans. Anyway, so he has to basically fly this ship without any kind of electrical signals up to the moon, so they could land there and use an EMP to kill this thing. And that's where all of the beginning of this review, with all that exposition, that's where we learn that in the third act, from the good AI on the moon kind of patching into Patrick Wilson's anyway. It was exhausting. It's 2 hours long.
Well, and then the one person who sacrificed himself to blow the shit up, isn't their like conscious mind like downloaded?
Yeah, the last sequence of the film is supposedly meant to be kind of a hopeful ending, because John Bradley's character sacrifices himself by leading the bad AI away and blowing it up. But the moon has downloaded his subconscious, so he's still part of the moon. There's also a lot of side characters going on, of course, because just while we're up there, we're paralleling with the people trying to scramble down on Earth, including Halle Berry's young child that she has with her ex, who works for the Pentagon, who wants to nuke the moon. That actor, M.A. Ikwuakor, I'm probably saying his name right. His acting was interesting. Just like heavy breathing every line. It's just so dumb. And then of course, Patrick Wilson's ex has married Michael Peña. By the way, I don't know if Michael Peña has not paid his Scientology dues, but they need to help get him some better scripts and roles, because I didn't enjoy anything about this movie. It was just, I was hoping that it would at least seem fun. Halle Berry, her hair looks good for most of it. There's one sequence in the 2011 flashback when she's got a terrible wig on, and that seemed to be like, oh, is that how she's going to look throughout the whole of this movie? But she looks fine. I really feel like she has nothing to do. There's no characterization. I think she needs a better agent that finds her maybe some more interesting things to do than this. I don't know.
She's busy pretending to be married.
If you could say Don't Look Up is like the Poseidon Adventure, like it has some elements and a great cast that are likable. Moonfall feels like beyond the Poseidon Adventure, with this great cast that there's absolutely no characterization and just everybody's hamming it up. Patrick Wilson, this movie does a disservice to everybody in it, I think.
What would you give it?
I would give it 2 out of 5 stars.
Anything else?
I'm trying to think if I deserve less. I think that's fine. Yeah, no, that's it.
All right, bye.